pop up. Salute to you, Bama Jeff, bro. I appreciate the love, bro. Just heard you on KO channel speaking facts, so I had to come follow. Can't listen long though, but I'll definitely be checking you out. Hey, bro, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, bro. For sure, man. We're gonna be cooking over here, man. We like to come just after KO show, you know, emotions be high. It's a good time to just do a show, man. I'm about to drop the link. If anybody want to hit the link, man, y'all could go on and come up. I know KO's still going on, but as he finishes up, we definitely will be getting started. Let me drop it. Salute to y'all, bro. My boy King of Bounce, man. Appreciate you, great brother. My boy Willie Williams. Hey, Willie Williams was cooking tonight, y'all. Did y'all see Willie Williams? So I salute woke. Maybe now I can hear some unbiased boxing, not meat rotting 29-year-old Tank. Millions of excuses, fam. Bro, King of Bounce, bro. Tell me about it, bro. I don't know how the hell a dude trying to be the A side, but in the same breath, he don't want to send no contracts. This is my problem with Tank, y'all. How is he always free of doing anything? You know what I'm saying? Well, we're now mad at Devin for sending an offer when Tank ain't sent nothing. What logic is that, y'all? Come on, man. Salute to Willie Williams. Willie Williams, bro, you was cooking all night. You was cooking all night in the chat. I saw you, bro. Keep being great, brother. I love that. Big Woke. My name, brother. Big Woke. What's good with you, bro? Salute, great brother. Jamal Robinson. He said Tank fans would rather internet bang on Devin and watch their guy lose in the ring. Boy. Hey, man. Tank fans would rather win the hypothetical, bro. They ain't worried about the fight, man. You know what it is, man. It's sad. DP Rocker, what's good, great brother? Salute to you, DP Rocker. Rodzilla, light skin logic. You already know. You already good. LMAO, salute to all my light skinned brothers. King of Bounce, bro. They don't hold him accountable because in their heart of hearts, they know Devin is a hard fight for Tank. As much as they try to act like Tank is just up here and Devin down here, they know in Tank fights, a lot of the times he's in dog fights till he get the knockout. But with Devin, he's so skilled. What if that knockout don't come? That's what they worried about. They are worried about that. They don't want to say they scared though. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, King of Bounce, bro. Anybody want to hit the link to come up? For sure, the link is pinned. It's sad, bro. You see how all they want to do is talk about pay-per-view numbers. As fans, bro, why do we give a damn about pay-per-view numbers? Why do we care about how much they generate? Great brothers, as fans, all we can get from these fighters is the matchup. Athletes get paid too much damn money to begin with. They get paid more than doctors, teachers, lawyers, engineers. I don't give a damn how much they make. I want the fight. Tank fans are more worried about what's in Tank pocket than the fight, y'all. Who cares about what Tank makes? This nigga been robbing us for years. Do you want the good fight, y'all? That should be the priority for fans, bro. That's all it is. Rodzilla says, I done been to 2 to 3 pages asking what he meant by that tweet. Nobody can tell me. Bro. He said Al was supposed to call me last night, but he didn't. Probably going over the contract. Bro. All it is Tank now. These boys, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Tank said that Al and Steven did some deal behind his back. He clearly didn't like it. He said, don't be surprised if you see me elsewhere. That's when Eddie Hearn reached out. Why are we now mad as fans for Eddie Hearn reaching out to try to make the fight? We're criticizing somebody for trying to make the fight. All to protect Tank, y'all. That's That's madness, y'all. Do y'all hear that? So because you're trying to make the fight, you're in the wrong. I don't care what network it's on. I don't care the promotion company. It could be on damn YouTube TV. It could be on Twitter. It could be on. I just want to fight, y'all. Cause end of the day, PBC ain't giving us no money back. DAZN ain't. ESPN ain't. Push for the fight. Don't be loyal to the promoter. Don't be loyal to a network. They're not giving you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Be loyal to the matchups. As fans, we only get the matchup. We get the entertainment value. You see, I don't care about networks. Who cares about all that, bro? Let me see. Let me go to the link. Go on your link on Twitter and Facebook boxing groups. Oh, appreciate you, King of Bounce, bro. I appreciate that. Dropping my link, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Big Woke. I can send you this beat, actually, if you like it. I can send it to you. Just remind me, bro. For sure. Willie Williams, years, bro. I know it's crazy. Rachel Donaire, great sister Rachel Donaire. Thank you so much for the support, Rachel. You know, shout out to you and your husband. Y'all have given us the good fights. That's for me, y'all, above all things. I respect fighters that's going to give us the fights we want. As fans, we work hard for our money. Why would we support fighters that are not giving us good fights? Once you give us good fights, I respect you. I don't have to like you per se. I don't necessarily like Tiafimo, but I respect him. He fighting good people. You got to respect that as a fan. Right? Nonito Donaire, he fighting the good people. He fighting Anui multiple times, y'all. You respect that. That deserves the money, man. That deserves the support. Damn these money grabs, man. I'm tired of the money grabs. I'm tired of people trying to hype up a bad fight. I don't care about no bad fights, man. Salute Mrs. KO in the building. The great queen dropping the boxing takes. That was funny as hell, Mrs. KO. You got to start doing it more. You be putting KO in that game. So salute to Mrs. KO. Salute. Let's be real. Appreciate you, bro. Marquis, you want a question, great brother? Yes, sir. Ask a question. Anybody? The link is pinned. If you want to hop up, for sure, you can hit the link. Only got 6 spots up here because you know we ain't paying for StreamYard yet. We're gonna have to grow a little bit. So we got 6 spots up here. If you want to hop on, for sure, hop on, hit the link. Anybody can hop up. Salute, Marquis. What's your question, great brother? And Smoke, bro, what's good with you, man? What's good, Smokes? Salute. Yes, sir. I appreciate the support, y'all. Really, really do. Let's be real. Free time. Y'all are funny. Bella, what's going on, great sister? Yes, indeed. Salute, Bella. You think Amazon going to ruin their first year with the 12-round tank fight? I mean, whoever tank fight next, I mean, as long as it ain't Devin, you know, I think he probably knock him out. I mean, that's another thing about this fight, y'all. I'll be honest with y'all. Why would PBC be trying to go out of house or trying to co-promote their first ever fight? Unless they're going to go sign Devin, I don't think we're going to get the fight next. And think about it. Tank is coming off a year layoff. Even if Tank want the Devin fight next, do y'all think his team is going to want that? Tank off a year. Y'all understand? Tank wanted a tune-up for Ryan Garcia that was dehydrated and catch-weighted. You think Tank is finna fight Devin off a year layoff on a new promoter? And he gonna be cool with that? I don't think so, y'all. Salute to Smoke Lord. What's going on with you? Salute, Bella, again.
Yeah, I'm chilling, man.
What's good?
Glad I finally made a panel of yours. What's happening with it?
What's good? Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming up, bro.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm still laughing at that joke maybe we were debating knockout.
Oh yeah, man.
Skin with all those tats. I'm still laughing at that shit. Anyway, it's good to see you, man. And Rachel, I don't know where you are, but I'm glad you're back around. Missed you.
Yeah, for sure. Like when Rachel pops up, she gives that new bro. When Rachel hopped on the panel, Negroes got their act together. Rachel brought some order.
Facts.
And that's what gotta happen sometimes. You need that female perspective to put niggas in their place, because when it comes to hell, I'm the same way. I argue with the best of them, but I do want to hear the queen speak. Same thing with you, Bella. So hey, much love and respect. I appreciate y'all jumping on.
For sure. Salute to my boy Bullet Gibson, great brother Bullet Gibson. You already know what time it is, Bullet Gibson. Joseph, what's good, my great brother? How you doing? Big woke. I know it is wishful thinking, bro, but I'm hoping we get to fight, y'all. Yeah. Anybody want to hop up? We got one more spot up here. Then we might cycle through. But yeah, man, y'all get it off, man. At the end of the day, let me just say this, just open the convo up, man. We want the fight, y'all. And I think every party that's involved in the fight needs to do their part. Whether it be Devin reaching out to them, hey, we got this deal on the table, Tank. This what we could do. So for me, I want Tank to not say, nah. We got this on the table, Devin. This is what we could do. Both parties trying to get it, bro. If both parties ain't trying to get it, I have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to y'all? What y'all think?
That's absolutely right. And for them to do their parts, it start with offers being sent and counter offers being sent. That's what it start with. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get that balance of both parties giving up what they're gonna give up. You know what I'm saying? So I think we, like I brought the point out earlier tonight, I'm trying to figure out, is the contract already being put together? Does Devin need to call Al? What needs to happen for it to happen? Because I'm hearing different statements from the other team. Nobody calling that cap. But when Bill says and Eddie said we sent the $20 million offer, you know what I'm saying? Not a contract. Saying we telling you gonna get 20 million, maybe more, according to Eddie Hearn. Ain't nobody talking about that. That's my problem.
It's the same thing from he's offering $5 million for Tevin Farmer back in the day, right? They came back with a $2 million offer back. So they were supposed to get $5 million. They said no, we'll give that Tevin Farmer $2 million, and that's fine. Like they could have turned, and that's that kind of back and forth. I'm fine with. But really, it's
that fight never happened. But that fight never happened, Smoke.
And I know the fight never happened, and that's what I'm talking about. These offers and social media, like that's not how fight. Like whenever we hear that, like David Avenesian and Bud did not negotiate on social media. when Spence and Bud finally fought, everyone swore he was about to fight Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? Like the fights are not made on these panels and us chopping it up and trying to go at people, question their integrity, how they were raised, whether or not they're truthful. Get out of here with all that shit, bro. Like these dudes, when the fight is made, none of these concerns are going to be an issue. These are the issues that they have fans arguing about because they're not trying to make a fight right now and they want somebody to blame. They need somebody to blame and look for a scapegoat.
Yeah.
None of us were saying that Devin Haney deserved 50-50 or anything like that. So I didn't understand why that kept being brought up, that Tank is clearly the A side and Devin Haney must bend to his will and all of these things. Like, dude, we know Tank is A side. I don't know about all this bending, to his every, demands. I mean, you're negotiating. You should negotiate for yourself. And for I mean, like, what is Devin Haney literally? We think that Devin Haney's just going to take everything. No, there has to be some compromise. But yes, we know Tank's A side. You're not telling us anything we don't know.
Yeah, and agree with. They told, like, if they can't listen, if they came out and said Devin took 10%. Right, I'd be like, well, that's a shitty deal, but he's the A side. That's it. Like, this wouldn't be this whole like uproar about it. Like, whatever.
Hey, Smoke, let me ask you this, because I agree with Bella. Let me ask you this, Smoke. If it comes out and they say, okay, Devin was willing, or that's why I keep saying we need to see something sent so we can have some negotiations back and forth. offers, counter offers. That's how it works. Everybody want to talk about we got to get in the room and talking shit. No, you send the offer and then you get a counter offer and then you counter the offer. This is how business works. And so my thing is that if they send Devin a 10% offer, but they say no rehydration, we're gonna fight at 140. I think Devin would take that offer. I think he would take it. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I could be very wrong.
Whether he takes it or not, I don't need to hear how you're the baddest dude on the block that have people fight with one hand tied behind their back on their knees. Like, I don't give a shit if you're the king of putting some guy to disadvantage. Like, we'll give a shit about that. Like, fine, I'm gonna watch the fight. I like both guys, but like, how much honor is that? How much credit do you give? Whatever.
I got a lot to say to that, too. But let's get Paid in Full. What's going on, Paid in Full, great brother? What you going on?
What's going on with y'all? Salute to the panel. Salute to you, Woke.
Hold on, your mic low, brother. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, it's a little low still.
Hold on.
We hear you. I think we hear you. Respect. I say this. I think we hear your daughter in the background saying. I think we hear her, but we don't hear you. Respectfully.
All right, can y'all hear me now?
It's a little low, but try to say what you got to say louder if you can.
Let me be quiet.
Oh, okay, you can hear me, or y'all can?
I hear you. Say what you got to say.
Yeah, well, no, we can't hear you, brother. We can't.
Yeah, he's low.
Yeah, you kind of low, Paid in Full. Hey, Paid, figure your mic out, great brother, and I'm gonna go to Bullet, and then we're gonna come right back to you, okay? Bullet, what's good with you, great brother?
Man, what's good with you, Woke? You can hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Y'all already know. Excuse me if y'all hear the noise in the background, because I know I'm at work hard. But yeah, man, regardless of the arguments and stuff, first let me say salute to everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? And salute to my brother KO. I always love and respect that. Even though I know we get on his nerves. I already know. And that's my guy, but he allow us every time to hop on the panel and speak. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get that out the way first. Even if Tank don't fight Devin, because what people is failing to realize, and salute to Nick J, because she brought this idea in my mind, and it made a lot of sense. Devin Haney is not just a regular opponent for Tank Davis. Regardless of whatever standard they want to put Tank as, and I understand Tank brings in more money, so to say, even though those pay-per-views that they try to say for Devin is fake, I don't care what they say. But even though Tank brings more money, Devin Haney's legacy and his trajectory allows him to be, on a different playing field in terms of negotiation. Now, I'm never one arguing about money because I don't care about that. I don't give a damn what money Devin get. He's already rich. I don't give a damn what money Tank get. They're already rich. Mm-hmm. These guys keep talking about money. Who gives a fuck, bro? Do you want to fight? If you sit here crying about but he need to have this in his favor and that in his favor, well then it sounds like you don't really want to fight, bro. Nobody is arguing what favor and all that stuff. Devin Haney, regardless, he's the B side, and like Smoke say, the A side allows them to garner more money. But other than that, the B side can dictate, for the most part, whatever the A side is really going to do to get the fight.
Right.
Because if you really want to fight as the A side, you're gonna, break down certain things. Okay, I want this, and this. B side say, okay, I want this, and this. The A side get to go over that and be like, okay, but I don't want you to have this and this and this. And then the B side I have his demands, and they'll go back and forth with all this craziness. And regardless of anything, if the B side I don't want them terms, then the fight just not gonna happen. The A side can demand whatever terms they want, but if the B side is just vehemently like, then the fight ain't gonna happen.
Right.
So all Devin Haney said was, yeah.
To your point, bro. To your point, and Rachel posted earlier, negotiation. They ain't gonna post that, bro. That's what it comes down to. Why, when we ask Tank to do stuff, we just want to start the process. You understand? We want to start the process to get the fight going.
Exactly.
What Tank fans are saying, why does Tank have to do anything? We saying do something so we can start this process. They don't want to even hold him accountable to start the process.
You know why? Well, because of like I keep telling KO, the general perception has changed, bro. I know people don't want to believe this. I know because there's YouTube channels that's gonna say, "Oh no, but Tank's still the A side." Regardless of that A side, B side shit, bro, the general perception has changed. It's looking like Tank don't want to fight as much as he's saying he did. Because I know we like to use examples. But Bud wanted to fight. Earl wanted to fight. Apparently, Earl wanted to fight more than Bud as the A side, so he gave in to certain things that Bud didn't agree. That Bud wanted. And because of Earl wanted to fight so bad as the A side, he made it happen. The B side want this, and this. All right, but I do want this, but fuck it. I want this fight as the A side. We're gonna give it to him. We're gonna make him happy. We're gonna make him happy and beat his ass. And Earl tried. He tried. The fight didn't go his way. So,
but that's what I respect about Errol Spence, because in this situation, y'all, like I said, Tank fans want to throw pay-per-view numbers at us, bro. As a fan, y'all, remember this. We don't get none of the money these boxers make.
I don't get paid off none of that.
No, I agree with that part. I agree with that. But at the same time,
we hear you better, bro. What you gonna say, great brother?
Okay, so what I'm having an issue with is, why do circumstances have to change when it comes to Tank? But yet, when Shakur and Devin were in negotiations, everybody was on the same tip. Shakur, you need to take this. You don't have any leverage. You don't have this. You don't have that. Your numbers are not good. So why all of a sudden numbers now don't matter? Why do throughout boxing that shit has mattered?
But I disagree with you, paid in full.
Floyd Mayweather, but all of a sudden now when it comes to Devin and Tank, it doesn't matter.
I disagree with you, paid in full, because I was one of the people, I done had people tell me I ain't no true Devin fan, and I've been rocking with Devin since anybody done heard me speak on boxing in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? I would disagree with you because even then, when Devin sent that offer, you know what I'm saying, I said, hey, if Shakur, if he want to send something back, he need to. Instead of sending something back, that ain't the route he took. He went to well, fuck it. I want 50-50, or I'm gonna go petition for 50-50.
Right, but he also said that I'm willing to take whatever the WBC has, whatever y'all come back with. I'm willing to take that.
Agreed.
But why wait till you get to the WBC to do that? Why not say that to Devin?
Hold on, but this is the problem.
Because you got a nigga that's standing firm on what he's talking about. He said that he's not changing. He's not really trying to negotiate. He's basically saying, here, this is what I'm giving. This is what you got to take. So if you're not going to give me a higher percentage, of course I'm going to go around you.
Hold on. So let me ask a question. Let me ask you this question. Devin versus Shakur, right? And Tank versus Devin. Who brings more to the table? Does Shakur bring more to the table, or does Devin bring more to the table? Not Devin and Shakur. I
agree. Devin has the. I agree with that. Devin has the more when it comes to Shakur. I agree.
No. Hold on. That's why I want to make my question very clear. I'm not comparing the Devin and Shakur fight to the. What I'm saying is Devin being the A side. Tank being the A side, right? Does Shakur or Devin bring more to the table? Shakur for Devin and Tank. And Devin for Tank. Who brings more to the table?
Devin brings more to the table when it comes to those.
And so the thing is that if and once again, I still think that a 25% offer for undisputed is a good offer.
But how? You know but that's not even a mandatory minimum.
Hold on. But it's not just for one belt. The mandatory minimum is for one belt. I'm talking about for undisputed.
Right.
Devin only, and so for Devin, the thing that he don't even gain a title for fighting Tank. What he gains is the clout that Tank has, right? Whereas with Shakur stood to gain the clout, and that's why you just heard me say if a 10% offer is sent, I don't think they'll send a 10% offer. But if that's sent, I'm looking for Devin to take it. Right. And the reason is because Devin has been undisputed. This is still a legacy fight for him. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him fight Sando Martin. Y'all say Martin, I say Martin. I don't know which one is right. But we still gotta. This is what we gotta. Before they took that Regis fight, you do realize that Regis had an obligation to Sando Martin. He had to go in negotiation. I understand all that. I ain't trying to go down that path. I understand it. But I'm not trying to go down that path because that takes us off the path that we on. Mm-hmm. What I'm asking, Shakur Stevenson being the B side against Devin being the B side against Tank, right? Yep. Who offers more? I said
he already answered that. Can I get in here? Because
go ahead,
Smoke.
Yeah, go ahead, Smoke. It's your
you got Smoke. Let me say this one thing, Peyton Ford. We got to realize this. If Devin brought the biggest part of the money, and he had already had all the belts and just beat Loma, he's higher on the pound for pound list. He's already got the legacy sealed. He has the money too. He didn't need Shakur for nothing. Shakur did not understand his position. You don't sit there. If I'm the A side, I have everything. I'm the man. I have the money and I have the legacy. All of that already. And you sitting here, I'm trying to negotiate with you. The options ain't negotiate with me or go to the WBC. No, the options are you negotiate with me or you don't get to fight. So him running to WBC is him saying he don't want to fight. That's the difference.
It also would have been his first pay-per-view fight as well.
Okay, so can I ask? Hold on, let me run. Okay, so we go.
Smoke gotta go.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to dogpile Peyton Ford. I want to respond to what you said, and then I want to say something else because you guys haven't touched on yet. So I don't want to dogpile on him. Let him respond to what you just said. Go ahead, Peyton.
Okay, no, can you repeat that? My bad, because that literally just threw off my train of thought. What you were just saying? What?
No. Now I was just talking about how Devin had all the leverage in that situation. Shakur had zero leverage. That's all. Smoke. What you saying, brother?
Yeah, basically the issue to me, you have the leverage part of it. You have the undisputed part, 25%, and all that stuff. That's all good too. But really, the issue was Shakur can't get fights. He was bitching about not getting fights. He still can't get fucking fights. Nobody's trying to get. He's too high risk, too low reward. And not only that, before he even got to 135, he was talking about being undisputed. So the Devin fight for 25% fixed a whole bunch of problems for him. He could become undisputed, which he wanted to do even before he got to 135, and he couldn't do it because he couldn't maintain his weight down there, too damn big. He couldn't get fights down there because nobody wants to fight him, and he can't leave top rank. He had a guy there who was on top rank, and he might have extended it, and would have got one of his biggest paydays. Maybe it wouldn't have been his best. Maybe it would have been his best. Who knows? Yeah. It's a pretty damn good payday for a really great fight for a legacy that he was trying to achieve.
Right. I agree. Right. I agree with that. But
and then look what happened. Look who he ended up fighting. He ends up fighting Edwin De Los Santos in a fight that is a bona fide snooze fest, one of the worst fights of the year. That fight was so high, he was not able to meet those expectations that we had for him. And so moving forward, what position is he now in with a belt? He has now he has a belt, right? He has some now. Does he have some legitimacy? Right. Is he gonna get what's his next fight? Who's
could it be fight mandatory? He could be fight mandatory.
So he's gonna have mandatories to fight, but at the same time, you talking about the same belt that Devin relinquished, that dropped. That you talking about that belt?
He dropped all the belts,
but he was supposed to come back.
They call it the Pride belt before that.
But I'm saying,
Doug, one thing people forgetting.
Hold on. Let me just ask this question. So,
go ahead, fam.
Did he not petition that he was coming back to get those belts at 135?
Bro. Did you say that he petitioned? Did you say petition?
No, I'm saying, didn't he ask for more time before he went to champion and recess? Was he not saying that he was coming back to get that belt, those belts?
No. Well, he didn't have to
Yeah,
come
but
back.
then
He
he
already
had
had. He already had the belt. He already had the belt, so he didn't have to come back to get anything.
So, what
But
was
Doug,
Shakur
also
fighting for?
what you forgetting
I'm so
is
confused.
Devin also, when he said that, but then he had a fight. He felt himself in a weight camp, and he realized he can't make the weight. I think
But
before he probably was thinking about coming back, but he couldn't make the weight. He can't make it. But,
Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. So, but you got Bill saying that he would come back down to 135 to make Tank comfortable, but then you turn around and say, well, he has to fight me at one. But you didn't. Then Devin says he has.
I just answered your question though.
You said what?
I just answered it. it.
Devin in the
He had a fight. He was in a fight camp just now, and he realized his body wasn't gonna be able to make the weight.
But
he couldn't make it. He can't make it no more.
Was he?
I know. But as you in the fight camp, you feel how your body is. That's what I'm trying to say. And the thing is, what you're not realizing, fam, what you're not realizing is a lot of times when they release interviews, that shit already happened months ago. As you watch the Devin, because go to Devin Haney, the real Devin Haney, you know, his YouTube channel, and when he releasing the snippets of getting ready for the fight, shit that already happened, he was showing that. Remember we seen his body, how his body was looking and stuff like that. That shit already happened months ago, but he was showing, you know, just the stages up to the fight. Mm-hmm. So that's what people forget. They keep holding that on them. But go ahead.
But as us being outside of boxing, that's all we really have to go off, for real. If we being honest.
True, but Peyton Fool realize this though.
So we saying these niggas contradicting themselves. We going off what the fuck they. My bad. I don't mean to cuss on your platform, but we going off what they telling us. So you tell me one thing. Okay, I'm gonna come back to 135. I'm gonna make Tank comfortable. Now that's the biggest fight. That's the biggest legacy fight for Devin. Ain't nobody I don't care from 147 other than Boots. I would say.
But that's the same thing for Tank.
But the question is,
matter of fact, at this current moment in time, and see, this is my thing right here. When you want to, and it is the biggest fight for Devin. I agree with you. I agree 100%. The problem is this the biggest fight for Tank. Tank ain't never fought nobody on Devin level. But Tank has, hold on, wait a minute, real quick. Tank right now is 29, about to be 30. Mm-hmm. And he has a worse resume, respectfully to him, because as quiet as it's kept, I'm a Tank fan. I love Tank. I love watching that man fight. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. I love watching Tank fight. But Devin is clearly is doing more in the division at 35 at least. Now he's doing more at 40 because instead of getting a Reggie title, he done went and got a real belt, right? And so all I'm saying is that when Devin is 4 years younger than this man, damn near 5, we'll say 4.5, just to split it. Mm-hmm. And he doing more than what y'all. The face of one of the faces of boxing. Okay, shout out to Smoke for bringing that up. Faces, one of the faces of boxing. I'm gonna give him that. My problem is that Devin Haney has done more in the sport of boxing than Tank has.
Okay, and that's the only issue I got with that, bro. With I'm not, and I don't want to take away Devin credit. I want to give him his full credit for what he did at a young age. But we put Shakur in those same scenarios. You don't think they come out as undisputed?
So but they're okay. Hold up a second. Do you know that Tank turned down the Kambosos fight? He didn't take those terms. Like he was in the position. He was in the position that Devin found himself in. Do you realize that Tank Davis has never fought a unified champion ever?
He turned down the Lomachenko fight.
No, forget being unified. I'm not even talking about undisputed. He's never even been unified. And not only has he never been unified, he's never fought a unified guy.
Yo, let me say this right quick. Let me say this one thing. Let me say one thing. Let me see one thing. Anybody okay? Pause it for one moment because Rachel want to hop up, and then I can cycle you back on in a bit.
Yeah, I'll definitely give up my spot for Rachel. Go ahead.
Okay, Smoke, you can hop back up too, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
I was about to say the same thing, Smoke.
Y'all give me too much leeway.
Rachel, hey, Rachel, don't come here with the nuns. No, I'm just playing, Rachel.
Hey, salute to the Queen Rachel down there, man. All peace and blessings.
Y'all, Rachel said she does not want to see no Isaac Cruz. That's
No.
what we saying.
Rachel, you're not gonna hold on real quick. Rachel, you're not gonna see Isaac Cruz. You know who you're gonna see? El Rayo. El Rayo just came up
Dub,
with a
don't
good
even say nothing like that. Dub, please.
Oh,
I'm capping now.
Yeah,
No, but literally, like
Hey,
Isaac
Rachel.
Cruz has been holding up the division though. Like it's BS. He's always number one. I'm like, how the fuck is this guy number one? Like all he does is just duck, right? He at the WBC last year, he was ordered to fight. Who the hell was he? Sorry.
Shakur.
Yeah,
He was-
Isaac versus Shakur. Well, first of all,
he got
okay,
the
if
hell
we
on.
rewind that whole situation, Top Rank did not know what to do because
Right.
Shakur was supposed to make weight and then
Mhm.
petition to go to the higher division as champion. He fucked that narrative up, and then
Oh.
Top Rank was like, Shakur will fight anyone, and they put him against Isaac, and Isaac Cruz is like, no, I just want to hold my position.
They put him against Yoshino first. Yoshino, don't forget Yoshino. And when you
Listen.
got that silver bullet, you gotta use it. You gotta be able to use it. You gotta be
I
able to
also
make
wanted to
weight.
say,
Hold on. I want Rachel to finish. I apologize, Bullet.
No, yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, like Shakur messed up that whole thing, and then here's Isaac, like just going through different sanctioning bodies to make sure he's number one somewhere. I just think, like, dude, I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see
Tank.
it.
I highly doubt Tank will fight him again. I mean, he's publicly saying he's not fighting that Rock kid. So I don't think he's gonna fight him. To be honest, I think it's between Frank Martin and one other person. I hope he don't fight Rayo either, because I mean nobody want to see him get knocked.
Oh, that's who he fights. He fighting Rayo.
Y'all, my thing is right now though, Tank wanted a tune-up fight for a dehydrated catchweight Ryan Garcia that was injured. Why do we not think we're gonna get a great fight as his next fight?
But did nobody know that Ryan was injured?
hey, but whoa. Before we get
Well,
to that
Tank-
point,
Tank-
it was
hold
something
on,
that was
hold
on
on,
my
real
mind.
quick,
Hold on, y'all, boy. Hold on,
Hold on, real quick.
I don't want to forget my point.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I was finna say, because I was finna say it earlier, but I forgot it. My train of thought was knocked off. Also, what Shakur got to understand is with his leverage is we've seen it happen before. Even if he got mandatories, that don't necessarily mean they're going to fight him. We've seen mandatories run away from Devin. So he is in a position where it's like, okay, and you just put up that stinker. Man, I don't want to fight him. I'll fight another interim mandatory spot just to not fight him. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that
But
out there
I
too.
also think, like, let me piggyback on what you're saying. The thing is, like, what I was saying on KO's channel, like Shakur is saying, oh, well, Devin offered me blah, 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 blah. And then he said on Twitter, because they have, like, you have to, like, kind of go through the bullshit, right? Of, like, okay, so Shakur is saying, Dev offered me 25%. Then he came out and said, actually, it went through Bob. Then you hear Bob saying, well, it wasn't a real offer, but, and I talked to Devin, to Bill, the Haneys, and they said they didn't really want the fight. And it's like, wait. If dude sent the offer, he wants the fight. So I'm just going to call it like it is. Bob is not realizing how social media works and fighters now talk and have a platform. They're going to call your bullshit, just like how Golden Boy said they never offered Tio 1.5 million. So is Bob trying to fish his own fighters? Because if he does a co-promote or sends his fighter to another promotion, that is still under his legal obligation to give that fighter a fight.
Rachel, hold on, Rachel. I'm just ask you an honest question. Is Bob doing the business over there at Top Rank?
I don't think he is.
Right. So we know who, we know the nephew or the son, whatever he is.
Stepson.
There we go, stepson. We know who's doing the business over there, and so they see what's going on. When Bob get out here talking, Bob, man, the man, respectfully to him, shout out to Bob. He a legend, he a legend in the boxing game, but people having to damn usher him around for him even to get to the interview. So, I mean, how much can we trust on what Bob say? I just
But what
it's
I'm
hard for
saying
me to-
is, like, if you go by contract, right? So these
right.
guys have an X amount of contract, and I'm always weary when a fighter becomes a champion because of that one little line that if
Yep.
you become a champion,
We
you're
get 3 more
extended
fights with
for
you.
X. Exactly.
We get 3
So
more fights with you.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
a fact.
Like you don't get a free pass. Why do you think, like, and that's why I said, like, I can't remember whose channel I was on, but they were like, oh well, Tio's supposed to be out, he's retiring, and then he unretired. I was like, he was retiring with air quotes because he wanted to get a release.
He
But
didn't want to
Bobbit
fight
or
with
Top
Bob.
Rank they're not that stupid. They're not going to give you a release because you said you're retired. If you're retired, then just wait out your contract, right?
Right.
But I
Now,
guarantee you, when Tio got that title, they're like, nope, you owe us another 3.
Yeah.
But how did Devin? How did he get through it? Even though he signed a 3-fight deal, how did he get through it? Even though he became undisputed and everything over there, winning belts, how did he get through that?
Devin
You
did
got
better
3.
than
You got Kambosos 1, Kambosos 2, Lomachenko. Done.
Yes. 3-fight deal.
Amazing. But he was still a champion. Well, okay, I got you.
Let me propose this one question to the chat because my brother Peyton Full may have to drop in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm about to drop.
Peyton
Yeah.
Full, as a Tank fan, why do y'all feel as though Tank should not be reaching out to Devin's side, or do you not feel that way?
I ain't gonna say I don't feel that he should be reaching out, but if I done made a nigga over $30 million, don't you think that man should be beating down my door to get that fight?
But they reached out to make an offer to him though, and he said no.
But this is why I said before you had stopped me before. This is why I said what I said that before. When I said that before Devin signed to fight Regis had a mandatory, which is Sando Martin. They gave Sando Martin step aside money. Mind you, the winner of Dev and Regis has to instantly go into negotiations with him, with Sando Martin.
And that's a fact.
Is he really open to fight Tank, or is they're gonna pay Sandro Martin another step aside money? Like, which one is, like, it got to be one of the two.
Well, no, it doesn't. If Tank agrees to the fight, and especially with Eddie Hearn being over there, then they'll pay Sandor Martin. They'll pay the man step aside money if it's a fight going in with a Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia. If it's a big fight, of course they'll pay that step aside money. But you got to get the other side to agree to the big fight. You know what I'm saying? Before you can pay the step aside money.
I agree, and this is why I be getting confused being a Tank fan when it comes to Calvin saying like bullshit. Like I just wish Tank could just tell him himself, like, bro, hey, stop putting shit out, bro. Like, I got this. Like, or I say, if I'm not saying nothing, just let it be what it is. I'm working from behind the scenes. But when you got, you know what I'm saying, and that's no different than what I said with the situation with Bill too. Like, y'all publicly negotiating deals and shit, but you telling people what you're not going to take when you're the B side. How are you not? If you really want this fight, I'm not going to say that Devin needs to concede all fully to what Tank wants. No, I feel like they should be in the middle to make the fight. The same situation that happened with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia didn't get everything that he wanted, but they compromised. They met in the middle to make the fight. I just feel like he should take the same direct step that Ryan took to get that fight. Mind you, because you know you're going to get paid. That's your highest payday. No matter who you fight, that's your highest payday.
But for Devin, I don't think it's about payday.
So
Devin been getting paid for that? But Devin been getting paid for the longest.
No, it's definitely about money, because that man ain't finna. That's just like Tank ain't finna take no pay cut. Devin ain't finna take no pay cut either. Period.
Hold on. But listen to this though. I mean, if I'm telling you that Devin, this man, he against JoJo Diaz got paid $2-3 million. Against Linares, all his fights he been getting the bag. So I agree with you. This is his biggest bag. I agree, but I think it's more important for him to win the fight versus the bag. I think it's more about the fight than the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so if it's that,
exactly,
if it's that, then yes, I just feel like both of them need to honestly just come together, bro, and make that fight. Because as boxing fans, nobody else really want to see them fight nobody else, and I'm I'm not going to tear Tank head off, bro, if I see him fight anybody other than Devin, bro, because I don't feel like that's the biggest payday. You're on a whole nother plateau when it comes to boxing. You're the face
But when
of
we
boxing.
talk about like paydays and stuff like that, like you guys are like, I think on the other side, if we're not talking about business and we're talking about actual weights and the fights, right? Like 5 pounds for Devin not to cut is a big thing, because all fighters know the last 5 are the hardest things to lose. The last 2 to 1 is like death. Okay. So now that Dev moved up 5, he's not going to want to have to either A, go back to 135, or B, have to have a rehydration clause. Do I think that, okay, but at the end of the day, when I talk about like, I think there should be something, and whether that is a percentage over the weight limit, the morning of the fight that you can't, like, and it's 100% across the board ABC, like, and I mean, and by ABC, I mean the Boxing Commission of the U.S., right? I don't mean state by state. Like, let's not play commission, like who can stack and who can't, right? It should be legit across the board. If you are this weight, okay, the next morning you have to be 10% over, or whatever happens, right? The fight get canceled, because I think that's a huge thing.
I think they should go back to same day weigh-ins. I ain't gonna cap to you, especially
that'll change the sport though. I think that'll be too crazy.
So we'll see much different fights if we go back to same day weigh-in. I just want to say to Rachel's
That's too dangerous.
It is.
Yeah, but just going off of what Rachel just said, I agree 100% with what she's saying. Is the weight is the biggest thing, and I ain't gonna hold you. I'm one of the people, I've always said, I don't believe in rehydration clauses. I don't believe in catch weights. I know they done happen throughout the sport of boxing, but I ain't never been a fan of them. The reason being is because I want to see fighters at their best fight each other, and that's the only way I can really tell you who the better fighter is, if they at their best. Now, if you want to say their advantages being gained because they no, when you start to cut weight, there are advantages when you're able to rehydrate, but there are disadvantages when you cut in more weight than you really can do. So I think it's a balance there, and I just want to see both fighters at their best.
Yeah.
But where do we go? Like I heard someone say, same day weigh-in, like 6 a.m. Like that's mostly like the amateurs, right? So when I used to fight, you wake up at 4:30 to get in line to make sure you're the first in line for the 6 o'clock.
I remember that.
Right? And then you're, depending on your match number, you're in the ring at 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, that's crazy.
So, and then with Nonito, what he said, like, because we compete in Taekwondo, all we did was compete on the same day. We did match after match after match. But in boxing, if you go to the next level, then you have to weigh in again the next day, the next morning at 6 a.m. Right? So, like, there's this thing, like, so where do we go? Do we go 10% over the weight limit, or do we do same day weigh-ins and do a dehydration check with the doctors? Is that me?
No,
that ain't true. That's somebody else. I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Rachel, I think to your point too, that's why for me, I thought the compromise should be like, Devin, if you want to come in at your healthiest, he has to give up a percentage of his purse. Like, he has to give back something. Like, whether that be like, it'd be 2, 3, 4, 5% of the money you can make. If you want to prioritize, I guess, winning the fight versus the money, that's the decision he has to make. Because I don't think the weight, because if he came in at 165 last fight,
that's a lot, bro.
That's a lot of weight. But I'm saying though, if he wants to feel 100%, he has to give up something. You know what I'm saying? Does that work like that, Rachel, in the business?
Well, I think like in any negotiation, each party walks away like not feeling 100% happy because you didn't get 100% of what you want, right? And that's part of the negotiation. If, like, for example, if it's at 135, can Devin weigh as much as he wants to? But at 140, he has a rehydration clause? Like, where do we go? Like, it has to be a back and forth. And the problem that I've always said is the bullshit of boxing is it's not like real estate. Okay. So I want to buy a house. I put an offer on the house. they send a sheet back that says here's the counter, or no, we're not accepting your offer. They sign it, they send it back to you. Now you have a paper trail. There's nothing like that in boxing. So that's why I don't like the Twitter stuff, because I'm like, dude, I don't know how many times like I've heard like, oh, I sent this, or no, that wasn't the money, and all this stuff. Just why don't y'all put it in writing? How hard is this shit? It really isn't.
Oh yeah, we definitely need you at the round table when we talking boxing, for sure.
Yeah, you reasonable, Rachel. You super smart.
I had to agree.
Hey, let me say this to you, fam. Let me say this to you, fam, because I think what y'all get trapped in is y'all think that.
I don't mean to cut you off, but who is that?
This bully gets. All right, I think what y'all get trapped in is y'all think that we have the belief that Bill Haney don't ever lie and all this other stuff. No, we understand Bill Haney is a promoter. We understand Bill Haney put a little extra focus on certain things to make his son look good. I know this. But what I do understand is Bill Haney is trying to goad people to actually fight Devin. He's trying to actually reach out to people to make the fight. Y'all say whatever y'all want to, but Bill Haney has reached out to Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko for years, Tank, all these people. He's been trying to make the fight, and it just, I guess, at that certain time, it wasn't ready. So no, it's not like we think Bill word is the gospel. When KO them and or other people be arguing that, I always say y'all arguing with yourselves, because we don't care about that. We don't care about the money. We care about which fighters is actually going for the best fight. I wanted to ask Rachel Donaire if I'm off base by saying this. The general perception has changed. From what I'm seeing, it seems like more people is looking at Tank more like, well, people been looking at him like that, but Tank wants to get the big fight in terms of how much revenue he's going to make. But Devin Haney is actually going for the tough fight. He wants big fights in terms of money, but he's proven that he would chase champions. He's done this over and over again. And Tank Davis is not willing to necessarily chase champions.
Hey, Bullet, my bad. I don't mean to cut you off, but when we say tough fights,
done.
Okay, when we say tough fights, though, I don't think nobody saw Regis. To be honest, I don't think nobody saw Regis beating Devin. Nobody saw Regis beating Devin. To be honest, I thought
I don't know about that
was their weakest links at 140. I thought those two were the weakest links at 140.
Hey, real quick, paid in full. Let me ask you a question.
Hold on, dog. Let me respond to him.
Okay.
The reason why that's
I didn't get to finish. But go ahead.
Well, I just want to ask a quick question because this just popped up on my YouTube feed. That's the only reason I want to ask the question.
This your last question, and then I'm about to shoot out, man. I want to let other people get up here. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, respect the panel and stuff. So go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, the question is, so I'm looking at the Rise podcast right now, and they say, who is the next for Gervonta Davis? Is Teofimo Lopez really the next big fight? Did that loss hurt Green? This is what the captain is right here. If they really want to fight Devin, why would they be saying is Teofimo the next big fight?
Okay, and the reason why if Teo is, I think him and Devin fight will be a little bit, just because of the fan bases that they bring. Teo will bring a Mexican fan base. According to Tank, will blame the black fan base. But when you got Devin and Tank fighting, I just feel like those two are the same fan bases.
Okay. So it's about sales. It ain't about the best fighting the best. It's about sales.
That's just the generation we in now.
I understand it. I'm not disagreeing. I understand it. All I'm saying is, as me being a fan, hey, respectfully, I don't give a damn about the sales. I want to see the fights. I want to see the best fights.
And I feel the same way.
And so that's just my perspective. But I digress.
I
appreciate you, bro.
Yep, no doubt, man. Hey, look, my fault, man. Just the last question. How often are you live, man? I subscribe to you and stuff.
Honestly, bro, I've only been going live after KO's show. I'm gonna start going live at different times. But yeah, if y'all can subscribe and hit the notifications, because I'll start being more consistent because I see people do like this, so I'll probably buy stream.
I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna be in competition because next week I got some time off, so I'm gonna be live next week. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's Bullet.
Let's do it, Dub.
Now that's Dub right
Hey
there.
Dub, if you could drop your link in the chat or whatever, and I'll subscribe to you as well. I'm gonna support everybody up here, man. I just like the good conversations with boxing, even though we have our differences with opinions. I mean, it's still a respectful panel, man.
It ain't no funny. It ain't no funny if we agree. So
yeah, for sure, man. So
much
salute
love.
Appreciate you,
man. I
King.
hope y'all have a good night, man. Good night.
All right, then. Thank you, bro.
What up?
All right. Hey, y'all.
Just real
Yeah.
quick. I just wanted to say, why are people acting like that? If this fight gets made, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is anybody acting like? Let's say if the fight happens at like 35, if Devin somehow can make 35, then miraculously there will be no rehydration clause. Whatever weight they fight at, whether it's a catch weight, 35, 40, whatever it is, there's gonna be a rehydration clause in it. That is the biggest thing. What will Devin weigh on the night of the fight? That's the biggest thing. That rehydration clause is going to be there no matter what. If this fight gets made next year, 2025, it doesn't matter. That weight, to me, is probably the biggest negotiating tool. It's the biggest stipulation, from the fight happening.
Bella, I gotta ask you a question. Tank knocking out heavyweights, ain't he? And sparring with 16-ounce glove and head. He knocking out heavyweights, right?
Well, the excuse is he's too small. Unfortunately,
hold on, Bella. I want you to answer my question. Tank is knocking out heavyweights with 16-ounce glove and headgear. He's knocking out heavyweights.
That's a rumor.
Devin is chinny. The man ain't got no stamina. Whatever else, he ain't got no punching power.
Some other guy today said he too slow. He too slow.
He too slow. KO called me out on that. He too slow. So if he's knocking out heavyweights, what's the problem with Devin? Why? How all of a sudden is Devin too big?
But Dub and Bella, let me say this to y'all though. This is the thing Tank fans will never admit, but they know deep in their heart. The truth of the matter is this, y'all. This is why this whole conversation even exists. At the end of the day, Tank and his fans know, in Tank's back pocket, no matter how the fight is going, he got that trump card. He could pull out. Boom, I can knock you out. But if he's fighting a guy that's big, he may be able to take the shots. Because if y'all notice, in both the Ryan and the Mario Barrios fight, they didn't go down for good when they got hit in the face. They popped right back up for them shots. It was when they got hit to the body with a rehydration clause that caused them to go down.
And the Garcia too. He was taking all the Tank punches until he couldn't take it no more.
So now imagine Devin with his great defense, great boxing, great footwork, great skill. Plus he's that big to absorb the shots. They also know Tank be losing and be in some dog fights until we get them knockouts. Sometimes losing the fight to that point. They know with Devin, if he is beating his butt all them rounds and then he can't get knocked out, they have no way to win. So that's why they have to get the rehydration. That's why they made the weight so important, bro. Because they know this is their only way to win. Anybody got thoughts on that? Am I off base on that? This is what I've been seeing.
No, I'm with Smoke on
right.
like I hate, or I don't know if it was Smoke or Dub, but I don't like catch weights. I don't like rehydration clauses. Literally, the only one that actually stipulates it is the IBF, which is a 10 pound rule. The next morning.
Is that fair?
I don't think the 10 pound rule for the IBF makes sense because a 10 pound for a 105 pounder is different for a 10 pound for a 175 pounder. I think it should be a percentage of the weight. So in the IBF, I don't believe that's fair, but I think they're trying to make sure that, people aren't, rehydrating to 30 pounds over, right? But I don't think that calculation is correct. But I mean, the other side of it is, I freaking cut 10 pounds in 2 days. Of course, I didn't gain 20 pounds before I fought the next day, but to have to stress and monitor that, considering the amount of sacrifice I made, like, is that fair? Because the contracted weight for me to make is this, so shouldn't I just be allowed to just walk in? Right? There's so many catches, like, on both sides. Like, I get where these fights are going. Like, as far as like the fans saying, oh, it shouldn't mean anything, or it's not that much, or you shouldn't rehydrate. But I'm like, man, if you've cut that weight, like, the last thing you're doing is looking at the scale to make sure you're gonna make the weight the next day.
That's the extra.
I get accused of all kinds of biases. You know, I'm from Oakland, so I'm automatically in the bag for Devin.
Smoke, you biased. You on Devin team. They paying you, Smoke. They paying
you.
You.
The thing is, I can recognize when guys are just making themselves look bad. Like what Bill says. Yeah, when he's talking about, you know, talking about Subaru Matia's manager, but had the wrong guy, that makes him look bad. Similarly, it makes Tank look bad. All of this, like, you two go fight Boots, go fight Bud, and all this stuff. So it just seems like they want to build an excuse about Tank being too damn little. If you're too damn little, stop talking like you're a big bad wolf. Just say I'm too damn little. I got little arms. I'm a short guy. I can't really deal with these big dudes. And shut the fuck up. Stop with all like I'm the A side, and so now you have to like become smaller to fight me. This is not like there's no eat, drink me. This is not the Mad Hatter. This is not Alice in Wonderland. They're not gonna shrink dudes down that are desperate for a fight. Like, it's not happening for you.
And Smoke, I need to look into this because I was made aware of it today. Because I asked, how do you guys know that Dev was 165? And they're like, oh, because California State Commission had weighed him. And I go, wait a minute, hold on, time. We've fought California State Commission, and that's never been a thing. They have never woken up Nonito at any point. They never showed up at Nonito's doorstep the morning of the fight to reweigh him. So I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm like, where you know, all these weird, like, these stories that are coming out. I'm like, wait, but we fought that. We've never in Nonito's career has he ever had to.
The thing about it is,
wait a minute, Rachel. Wait a minute. I ain't never heard this. Now, this is my first time hearing this.
How does anyone know that Devin was 165? They're saying California State Commission.
So there's no.
Let me get into it. I know you want to go and just
go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead, Smoke. No smoke. No. Go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead, Smoke.
Right. So. Devin was asked. It comes from a Twitter from a guy called Jedi Goodman. That's where we put the tweet out, and it was supposed to be from the state athletic that weighed everybody. Apparently, not just Devin got weighed, but apparently the entire card got weighed by the California State Athletic Commission. That seemed weird to begin with, but Dev and Bill have been asked directly to their face about it. Now, they never actually agreed that they weighed 165. They just, as a matter of fact, Dev said that's weird that the California would release that number. Hey, that's crazy because they never do that. They seem to be sidestepping. They seem to be very happy with not happy. They seem to be okay with the misconception of him weighing 165 for whatever reason. Even if it's true or not true, they don't seem to be correcting it. You got it, Dub.
Now Dub wants to be quiet.
Now, you know, I don't never want to be quiet. I don't never want to be quiet. I was on mute. I just got a new phone, and so I was moving some information over. But all I'm saying, look, I agree with that. And my thing is like, and like Rachel just brought out, I never heard this before as far as who's doing these weigh-ins? Why are they doing these weigh-ins? What's going on right now? I've never heard of this. I ain't never seen a chart released as far as who weighed in at what after. Go ahead.
And the entire card too.
I've never seen it.
Huh? Really? They care about this? Okay.
Have y'all ever seen it? Has anybody else ever seen an entire card weighed after release? Have y'all seen that?
Not only have I not seen it, but also the guy who released it is like an MMA guy. He's not even a boxing dude.
I watch a lot of boxing. Exactly. Go ahead.
I just know from all the times we fought, I've never. No. I'm just saying, from all the times we fought in California at the Home Depot Center, we have never gotten weighed the next morning. So to see this, like, I'm confused.
Yeah, right.
When did this stipulation come in?
And you're from California. That's the other part of it. I mean, by way of the Philippines, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cali bird.
Yo, what it is, it was a strategic leak by somebody, because that's the whole topic of conversation. Because at the end of the day, like Tank and them, right? We got to realize this, and KO was trying to hint at it a little bit. Leonard and Floyd and them, as great as they've been representations of the black community, they've also really have taken advantage of a lot of things. They have a lot of power to do things, and they know that their position with Tank is very, very compromised and at stake with Devin Haney's rise. They don't want to lose that face of boxing, and they have cornered the market for the African American boxing fan. Him fighting Devin Haney, he don't just lose the whole face of boxing, he loses the fan base. So they're very, very, like, they just got the face of boxing title from Ryan. Why would they now want to go give that up plus the fan base to Devin Haney? That's like the worst case scenario for them. They finally got Tank to the $1 million point money wise. It's just like with Canelo and Benavidez. Why don't you think Canelo is so happy to fight him? Because if he loses to Benavidez, he loses the fan base too. Not that he won't be popular still, but now Benavidez is the face of Mexican boxing. So it's more at stake than just what we think it is, the win or loss. It's like everything for Tank in essence.
The issue though is what's funny about this thing is that Devin Haney is actually a product of the Mayweather gym, not Tank.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, I feel like a lot of this is about gaming fans to pick a side because they're not about to fight and they're looking for somebody to blame because they're trying to build the fight to get as much money as they can when they actually do fight.
And Smoke, you know what it is? Devin Haney is the prodigal son. He is the Mayweather creation that went away and now is returned to his throne. He's Simba. Think about it. It sounds funny, right? But think about it, y'all. He could have been where Tank. Well, imagine if Tank never get with Floyd Mayweather now. Imagine if that was Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? But Devin Haney took his own path, and now he's circled back around. And now what? He's now in a position to take back the throne, and they're scared.
Well, this is what I'm saying, and I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not saying I like Al Heyman. I like what he do. These guys are slick, bro. It's the same way how people were saying Leonard Ellerby don't work for Floyd, don't work for Tank no more, or whatever. And then now all of a sudden he's been quiet. You know, the whole Devin Haney promotion, he didn't say nothing about the fight or none of that. But now all of a sudden, because the bill is calling for the fight openly, now Leonard Ellerby come out and say, "Oh, but you did this numbers. You can't dictate shit to Tank." What are you talking about, bro? Do y'all want the fight or not?
And shout out to Bullet.
They don't want the fight, bro.
Well, Bullet brought up a great point. A great point that we have to address. We have to address this. Tank Davis, we've heard after the Ryan Garcia fight, Tank has taken control of his career. Tank is handling his business. Tank moving the way he want to move. We done heard this after that Ryan Garcia fight. And so now when an individual reach out to the individual taking control of his career is, why are you trying to talk to Tank? No, you can't talk to Tank. You don't. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Tank ain't with, according to him, he no longer with Leonard Ellerby. But what Leonard Ellerby come out immediately speaking on why damn, y'all talking to y'all need. He came out immediately defending Tank. Immediately. Right. So is Tank in control of his career, or is he just simply capping, saying that he's in control while still being, because Leonard Ellerby is the CEO of Money Mayweather Promotions. I don't know. That ain't the right name. I know it ain't Money Mayweather Promotions, but
Mayweather Promotions. It's simple.
That's what Leonard Ellerby. But that's what Leonard Ellerby. Hold on. But if
Not
Leonard
only that-
Ellerbe is the CEO of that, how is he speaking on Tank Davis when Tank told us that he no longer with them?
Leonard
How does
said
that work?
Tank is,
And not only that, Doug. Hold on. Not only that, Walt. Not only that, didn't Tank came out himself and say, "Oh, I don't fuck with Leonard Ellerbe because of you wanted me to lose against Rolly. You wanted me to do. You picked Rolly against me." And then of course they sided with him because like KO like to say is they made up the fight with him and Ryan. But if that was really the case, remember because Tank came out and said, "Oh, y'all was picking against me, y'all was talking shit or whatever." If that was the case, and they really wanted Tank to be beat or something like that, then they will be pushing for the Devin fight. And I'm just saying because I know I see the fear, bro. I know I see it. I'm not the only one that see it. Not just me. Like I keep telling them, the perception has changed. Y'all could keep spinning things in y'all way all you want to. You know what I'm saying? But it's not looking the way you think it's looking. You just good at making a debate talking point.
Let me get
Ain't looking soft out here, bro.
I agree for sure. Rachel, to the points we've been talking about, do you think Tank Team actually wants this fight?
The question is who's Tank's team? Because like that's one of the things that I had brought up on KOs, right? Like he's like, Al makes a decision. So I was like, Al doesn't sign a check.
Mm-hmm.
He like, and I had this discussion with someone before when I don't know who it was, but like who paid you to be on, but because you know, like there was Bud Crawford fans and Man Down on the PBC card that No Needle fought at. They're like, so didn't Bud pay you? I was like, no. What are you talking about? They're like, who'd you get your check from? I was like, TGB. Who's the contract from? TGB. Like, so, like, there's this whole, you know, especially with Tank, because he had supposedly separated from Mayweather Promotions.
Right.
Is he keeping Al as an advisor? If he is, he's still an advisor and not a promoter, not a manager. An advisor can't stop you. A manager can stop you from actually having a fight if they don't approve the fight. So there's all these weird legalities on exactly who is Tank signed to and how.
And this is the question we have to ask. The question ends up being with Tank telling us, right? And I've been on KO show multiple times, and we've talked about this. Tank told us he's stepping away. He's taking control of his career. That's what Tank said. He got GTD Promotions. He got a promotional company. Okay. He got an advisor. I ain't mad at Al being the advisor. I ain't mad at none of that. What I am saying is that the same way Rachel just brought this out, if an individual can't contact you, right, as the clear promoter, and they gotta contact your advisor. Is the advisor is the advisor an advisor or the promoter? That's the question we have to ask. Because if Tank Davis is taking respectfully, Rachel, ain't no way Tom Brown should have he ain't got no business in this.
He's the only licensed promoter though. PBC does not have a license in promotion.
Hold on. Well, Tank Davis say he got his own promotion. He the head of his own.
Well, maybe that's what. See, and this is why I freaking hate Twitter. If he has his own, then maybe he's not signing on to TGB Tom Brown Promotions anymore, because he's getting his own license as a promoter.
But if that's the case, right? Hold on, real quick. If that's the case, Rachel, offer can be presented to him instead of.
If he's his own promoter, then he, as long as on paper, like who's representing that actual promotion, then he can present it to Tank. But is that the case? And we don't know.
According to the Muhammad Ali Act, an advisor, not an advisor. An advisor cannot be a promoter as well, or a manager can't be a promoter as well. Am I correct about that?
Correct. But a fighter can be his own manager and his own promoter.
And so if they reach out to Eddie Hearn with Tank saying that he's his own manager, he's his own promoter, If Eddie Hearn reaches out to Tank Davis, is that legitimate?
Yes.
Absolutely. And this is the problem I have with everything that the people are telling me when they say. Oh, go ahead.
Well, let me say this to you.
I wanted you to continue. Because like ethically, like if he's saying like I need you to talk to my advisor because he's going to negotiate for me, and he's speaking on my behalf as my advisor for my promotional company and me as a fighter, then he can do that. See what I'm saying? Like this is all like it's so discombobulated. It's not clear as day. That's why I'm like,
I do see it.
Just like just tell me who you want me to talk to.
And that's the point right there. And that's the point.
Right.
Why would you call yourself your own promoter, right? But then say that you can't talk to me because even though I'm my own promoter, you can't talk to me. You need to talk to Al. And now when you talk to Al and Al brings in because according to Leonard Ellaby, once again, I don't even know how that connection goes, how that works out, because according to Tank, he's not with them no more. But according to Leonard Ellaby, you can't send us an offer. We're gonna send you an offer. We the A side.
It's weird. Let me say
it's so convoluted, and it's such nonsense that's going on that I'm the one who they're gonna say don't know shit about boxing. I don't know how it works.
Let me get Bella in here. Bella, what do you make of this, great sister? Because you had some great points earlier. I know everybody been going Bella, but you have great insight on this. What do you think about this right here, this aspect of it?
Well, I'm more interested kind of in how the fight goes as opposed to even how it gets made. I think regardless of what everybody thinks, I just know there's going to be a rehydration clause if the fight even gets made, which it more than likely, I would love it to get made next year. I think that's a bit maybe overzealous of me. I don't know if it will get made, but I feel like everyone is kind of, or not everyone, but there are just people who choose to ignore kind of the business model that Tank is for, the PBC. And for I understand who he is. I understand he's the cash cow, but I also understand that he's this huge knockout artist. And they want to continue this. Fighting Devin Haney, it sounds good and it's great to, go back and forth and try and build this and build this and build this.
Wrong
but
style.
Devin Haney provides so many issues for, Tank. Devin Haney is someone he hasn't really fought before. Not anyone with his level of skill, the way that he fights on the outside. His jab is incredible. He has a great jab, great feet. He
control of distance. Control of distance.
Distance control is excellent. He's not really the inside fighter. He fights on the outside, and he's very comfortable and very skilled. And he clearly has, the reach and things like that. But Tank, in terms of him fighting guys who are taller and longer than him, he does a great job of closing that distance and being able to get in and get his shot off. So I think it's a great fight. And I think it's more competitive. And, these Tank fans they just think Tank just gonna knock Devin out. I don't see it. I see that fight. Devin is going to put it on Tank, and I see it going the distance. I don't see it a knockout. I've been watching Devin more and more, and specifically after that Lomachenko fight, I know that was a very tough fight for him, but he got through that fight, and those are the fights. I'm telling you, those are the fights that build character and that make you better as a fighter.
Facts.
Yeah.
Didn't Devin look so much more comfortable versus Southpaw versus Loma?
But look, hold on, real quick, off of my sister point, man. Off of Bella point.
Right.
Bella just said something that was beautiful. Oh, I think I got feedback. It might be me.
Yeah.
It's you. Go ahead and mute. The one thing about Dev, I love you, Dev. I love you. The thing about Dev that's different from any of the other fighters that Tank fought is they were taller, yes, and they have the reach advantage. But the thing is that their feet were stable. And Devin, as soon as you come in, he creates a distance again. Even if it's a defensive jab, he still creates a distance again. So it's either A, feinting to where Dev like has to second guess himself, or really like cutting, like having to double cut that distance because of the fact that Devin's going to regain that distance again behind a defensive jab.
Hey, Rachel, let me ask you this.
And then, hold on, Doug. Let me say one thing to Rachel, what she just said. And Rachel, not only will you have to double cut that distance, then you got to worry about Devin's fast ass hands coming right back at you for counters. How he was countering Regis, that was crazy.
Those uppercuts were insane. He once he showed him the uppercut, and then he brought out like the check hook too. It was a lot.
Devin has such a deep bag, Bella.
Say that one more time.
Devin has such a deep bag.
Yeah,
like,
he does.
He got so much he can go into. Like,
I want to ask the panel a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the better boxer? Do you think Tank is a better boxer? Do you think? And I'm one of the individuals who, if you got a good jab, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna rock with you. I love a good jab, because I think everything comes off the jab. I think Devin is the better boxer, and I think Tank got to damn near sell out to knock Devin out. What's your thoughts on that?
Let me say this to what you just said, Doug. Respect to Tank because he is a very good boxer. But to me, when I watch Tank, and I'm not even being biased, I literally have a spreadsheet where I have all these boxing fights and MMA fights where I just score fights, being unbiased. I got different color-coded system to see how close a round was, all of that. When I really watch Tank fight, y'all, I don't see a master boxer. He gets outboxed a lot. And I'm not saying that hating, just as a boxing fan. He be losing rounds, y'all. So I don't even know how this is a question.
Especially against bigger fighters.
Y'all, that Barrios fight, Floyd wasn't over there in the corner saying, hey, you losing for no reason. That happened. They act like that didn't happen because the judges' scorecards, the judges' scorecards in boxing that everybody say are rigged. Oh, Tank was up. When you watched that fight, we knew Tank was down. That's why Floyd went and told him he was down. But I don't see how we can even to me, I think Devin is just a much better boxer because even did y'all watch the Pitbull Cruz fight? Tank was getting hit a lot by Pitbull Cruz.
Can't hit for Garcia.
All the Tank gonna get hit. Tank can tell you himself that he want to get hit. That'll turn him up in the fight. That's what Tank can tell you. My thing is this: when you find somebody that can hit you and you can't hit. I listened to an interview on my brother. I don't want to call no channels out. I don't know who you rock with, so I ain't gonna call no channels out. But I listened to an interview with Nonito. Nonito was like, "Bro, if you can't land your power, then your power means little to nothing in the fight." You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem that they're gonna have with Devin. Devin has, in my opinion, and I would ask anybody to respond to this. Devin has the most difficult style, especially with the size that he has. When he gets up to 47, you know what I'm saying? It may be a little different. 54, it may be a little different. But because of the boxing IQ, understanding how to manipulate the ring, that man, it don't matter. You could put the man. It don't matter how big the ring is, how small the ring is. The man understands the sport of boxing, and those individuals who understand boxing, especially with the tutelage that he has, those are the individuals that you're gonna struggle with. They know how to take your best weapons away from you, and especially if they bigger or longer than you. In Tank case, then when they taking shit away from you, you may want to do the same thing and take shit away from them, but you will have to sacrifice more because of the size advantage. And I think that's what really goes into the negotiations.
And Doug, what if now Devin can absorb them shots? What chance does Tank really got now?
I plead the fifth.
I mean, like
plead the
that's part of it. But then, in addition to the fact that, like, you're talking about, their stance placement, and we've seen the stance placement when, Devin Regis fought, and as soon as Regis tried to throw his left, all Devin had to do besides create the distance backwards was also to move his back foot outward, so then he wasn't in the direct line of whatever Regis was trying to throw from his left hand. Yeah, so that's another. Huh?
And wasn't Devin also he'll slip it and then he'll pivot out to the left to get off the center line? Correct.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when like the styles of making fights, and Bella, correct me if I'm wrong, but that kind of stance, the open stance, like you want to set up the punches for at least Tank. He wants to be able to, first of all, break the distance, of course, set the right foot outside of Devin's lead foot to be able to corner him from trying to be able to pivot, even jab to the outside of Devin's left ear to get him to duck to the right side, so then he'd be there for a straight or an uppercut. Otherwise, Devin's going to exit.
But Rachel, this is the problem. Hey, I'm gonna let you, Rachel. The problem is that once you do that, you line yourself up for Devin right hand. You line yourself up for that, and so, and we done seen Devin being much smarter with the right hand than we've seen a lot of fighters be able to do against Tank. I think you put yourself in trouble either way. Go ahead, Bella. I apologize for cutting you off.
No, I agree with that. I just think that, again, that Devin just presents massive issues beyond the weight too. That his IQ, I think, is a bit underrated. And for Tank fans to just kind of say, well, Tank has all this power, Tank's going to knock him out. No, his feet are too good. His feet are too fast. And the guy who said Tank is just faster than Devin, I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about.
Devin is slow, is what he said. Devin is slow.
Excuse me. Devin is too slow. Devin is too slow for Tank. Well, I'm not sure they watch Devin closely. But Devin is not at all too slow for Tank at all. They're actually pretty close in terms of speed.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
And so, yeah, with the feet, I think it's going to be a battle. Actually, I think Tank is an underrated boxer a little bit. He just has
he got good skills. He got good skills.
Agree.
Yeah,
and he can cut the ring off. I think better than Regis did.
Oh yeah, but Bullet about to hop in. But Bullet, let me say one thing. The most impressive part of that fight that I love from Devin, besides the whole performance, he usually eliminates his jab or gets taken away from him versus southpaws. He was working at this fight. If he can keep that jab active versus southpaw, that's gonna be scary. But Bullet, you got it, bro.
All right, I'm gonna say this because I've already broken the fight down to Dub before, and I told Dub a lot of things that Devin do, because people, they was looking at the Loma fight and the JoJo fight, he was getting hit with left hand. Well, that's because Devin made a concerted effort to go forward in those fights. I've seen fights where Devin was like, nah, I'm not even finna lose a round. I'm not even finna attempt to try certain things because he felt their power. And then he's like, okay, I could do this. I can go forward. I can, boom, 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 boom. Jojo Diaz, I'm sorry if y'all hear that noise. I'm loading the truck right now. Jojo Diaz only was able to land certain punches because of Devin Haney. Devin Haney was trying to hit him to get him comfortable to hit him with counters. Devin Haney is, like Richard said, his in and out movement, and because he keep a wide base. Because I know people were like, oh, Tank got better feet. No, it looks like that because the Devin be baiting people in with his wide base. He keep a wide stance, and he got great upper body movement. He could keep Tank, at the end of his punches the whole time, and Devin know how to punch going forward and going backwards. And one thing they don't realize with the Regis fight, because they try to make it seem like Regis is ass now. No, even though Zorilla knocked him down, Regis went in and he was able to find him and catch him and knock Zorilla back down as well. But with Devin, Regis hit him with a good shot to the body and left. After that, Devin started neutralizing that, where like not even counters to the body was working because of his upper body movement and his ability to make he going in and pivot out real fast.
Bullet, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Yeah.
Devin is chinny. We gotta stick to the points here. Devin is chinny. Devin, he has no punching power.
He finna beat the shit out of Tank, bro.
No, wait a minute. No. Devin is chinny. Devin, he has no punching power. Now Devin can box. We know Devin can box, but he chinny ain't got no punching power. So Tank, I mean, this easy work for Tank. This easy work.
Hey, salute to
Devin finna make this fight look so easy, bro. Hold on. Shit finna be sad.
Salute to my great brother Art Man. My man be cooking on Twitter. My boy Art Man. Salute to you, great brother. Nice seeing you on the channel tonight, y'all. But hey, y'all. Hey, we're gonna probably run it for probably about 10-15 more minutes more. I gotta go get up and work. Gotta get to work in the morning, man. So we definitely gonna be doing some more. We may have to be on Dub channel next week, or maybe Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna get it back going, man. We're gonna get it back going.
Sure, but just I'm gonna go around the panel. Give me y'all last thoughts. Any feelings? We'll answer this question. Well, do y'all think the fight really gonna get made? That's the biggest one.
Let me go first because my phone on 3%.
But do y'all really think this fight is finna get made though? Answer that and give your comments too.
All right, let me go first real quick. My phone on 3%. All right, I will hope that the fight get made, but I honestly feel like we've seen Devin chase people to the point where like I want the fight. Boom, boom, boom. And systematically, he started breaking down barriers to where they can't say no. And otherwise, okay, yeah, you ducked. He ducked. Ryan Garcia, you was my mandatory, he ducked. We've seen Tank Davis allow fights to get away from him. Big name fights that could have been real big at the moment. We've seen him allow that shit to, not affect him because I'm just chasing the money. He could have fought Gary Russell. He could have fought Tevin Farmer. He could have fought a lot. He could have fought Lomachenko. Still, right now, people keep hounding on Dev, but he can fight Shakur and Teofimo right now. There's nothing stopping him from at least reaching out. Remember, he just made $30 million or some shit. Well, let's see them fights. So I don't think so, but I'm optimistic. Like KO said, maybe they doing something behind the scenes, but I don't think Tank team really want that fight. In all honesty, but peace and blessings and love to everybody on the panel.
For sure, Bullet. Appreciate you, great brother, man. We're gonna see, man. Until next time, take it easy, bro.
I'll go woke.
Okay, perfect, Rachel. Yes, it's your floor.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the panel for the first time. I subscribed, and anyone who's in the chats, make sure you guys like and subscribe, share. As a fan, I want this fight to happen. Do I think that it's going to happen next? Something tells me it's not. And if it is, we're all going to have to wait and see them sit on their loins for about a year until it happens, which sucks because I hate over marinating. We just want to see it now. And I think that's just me being an impatient boxing fan because we want to see the biggest and best fights, right? But I do think that Amazon Prime and that whole deal on that side is going to have to get their footing first. And I think that the weight's going to be a big issue. Rehydration and weight is going to be the biggest key point. I really don't think it's the money. I think it's going to be the weight. But at the end of the day, shoot, am I more of a boxing fan than I wish I was a boxing manager? Yeah, because I think if I was a boxing fan, it's easier for me to talk shit and be like, oh, well, this guy said on Twitter, when I know on the back end, like there's different shit going on. So there's no disrespect or hate for either one of the fighters. For me, when you show up, I love you for getting in the ring because that gives me entertainment and love.
Right.
Thank you again, Woke. Great to meet you.
Rachel doing there. Thank you for blessing the channel. I got a small channel, but I really appreciate your presence. I appreciate your insight, and for sure, I appreciate you and your husband for giving us fans the fights we want to see. Man, that's what it's about. That's all we can ask for. So I appreciate what y'all have done over the years for sure.
Shout out to
I
you, right?
appreciate it. And the guys that I forgot the guy's name that was working, but shout out to you, and of course Smoke and Dub and Bella, who I haven't met until today. Thank you guys so much for chopping up with me. You guys be safe. Bye.
Always welcome. Thank you. Have a great one.
Love you, right?
Smoke or Dub, either one of y'all want to go first? It's all good.
Smokey, well, I'll go first. I don't know if Smoke there, but shout out to Smoke real quick, because Smoke, hey, he helped me cut my teeth in this boxing talk. You know what I'm saying? A couple years ago, Smoke was an individual I used to have to debate against on a nightly basis, and I appreciate it and loved it. Shout out to you, man. Woke, man, you're doing your thing. If anybody don't know, when I say my undercover guy, Woke is my undercover guy. You know what I'm saying? Woke gonna send me the info. I ain't got no Twitter. Well, I got a Twitter, but I don't be on the shit. I got an Instagram. I really don't be on it. And so Woke keep me informed. I appreciate it, my brother. I want to see the fight. And the reason I want to see the fight, because I believe I know what's gonna happen in the fight. And I think Devin gonna put hands on Tank. He gonna make it look easy, and when he make it look easy, these niggas they gonna be out here crying. But I don't know. Maybe he too slow. Maybe he ain't got no punching power. He chinny. I don't know. Whatever you want to tell me, I ain't got no problem with it. I want to see the fight. That's what I want to see. And if it come down to it, well, I gotta ask my last question right here, and I'm questions were asked tonight, but one truly responded to. Do you agree with that, brother?
In regards to
being on KO show, that's my brother. My brother KO. That's my brother.
Yeah, the question that you asked.
I asked you the same questions.
Okay.
Who was capping? Calvin Ford or Tank Davis? Who was capping?
See, Dub. When you asked that, shit got spooky, and no answer was ever given to you.
No,
you picked up on my buzzword, man. You stealing my thunder right now. I definitely had something to say about that. But okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dub.
Hey, let me answer that before you answer it, Smoke, bro. Dub, when you asked that question, I said, okay, so if Tank and them had already made contact, if Tank and them had already started negotiations, if they've had preliminary talks and they'd already said something, why is Tank saying to reach out to Al? If he had already done all that, the answer should be, Negro, you already know what it is. We've already made contact. Take the offer we already gave you.
That ain't what, but that killed the whole argument. Devin need to reach out to Al. It kills that argument. And this is the problem. This is my problem that I have with all of it. If we're gonna be honest,
back to Devin. That's all that they want to do, bro.
If we're gonna be honest, and I would consider myself an honest brother. I think I get on there and I'm gonna answer it the same way Dean say he got a question. I want to address your question, brother, and I'm gonna answer it straight up. I don't think y'all have ever heard me just get up there and start lying to capping. You ain't never heard it from me. I'm gonna answer your questions directly. But when I ask these questions, what happened?
Silence, dude.
Goalpost being put in the middle of the street. Some type of way the field goal is supposed to go to the road, to the other side of the house. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want from me.
When you ask them questions, they bring in the Arena League field goal posts, the little skinny ones. They supposed to be like this, but they bring in the Arena League ones. The XFL goal posts, they be real skinny. They change up the margins, man. They switch it up, or they want to start talking about, and they capping about Matias. They start hopping. They don't stand one.
That ain't what I ain't asked nothing about none of that. I didn't ask nothing about none of that. I asked direct questions. And some type of way I got, Devin and Bill capping. Wait, I didn't say nothing about Devin and Bill.
No, what he was pointing out, I wanted to help you out. What he's pointing out is that you assumed that somebody was capping. That's what he was trying to get at. Without saying anything, your question is kind of loaded. Because your question is who is capping when he was saying maybe nobody's capping.
No. He didn't.
But it was convoluted. He was like, you don't know if they talk to somebody else. The way that the argument that he was presenting, the heart of it, it was definitely presented poorly. I'm not saying it wasn't malformed, but I'm just saying what he was pointing out was like, maybe you're just assuming that somebody is capping in the first place.
But this is the problem. If I'm assuming something, then that means the points you're bringing up about Tank are invalid. If I'm assuming this, then that means you're assuming that.
Right.
These are invalid. Bill's been lying. This is a baked part of his whole foundation for his entire argument is that Bill is a liar, so we can't trust anything he says.
Yes,
and so when we ask the question on the opposite side, and I will sit here and tell you, I done been on the panel with Bill, and Bill done lied to me. So I ain't got no problem with it. Right. But when I asked the question on the opposite side, how did we get back to Devin and Bill? Why did we answer the question that was asked about Tank and Coach Calvin? Why didn't we answer those questions?
Right. So that's the thing. So there's a thing about whether or not. So here's the thing. Because I was there for the entire interaction with you and Bill, and then your whole thing with Bill. Like I was there for the whole thing. I was there for why I'm there for why you think Bill's lying. I was there for why Knockout thinks Bill's lying. For me, when I witnessed both those things, I don't come away with the same conclusion as you and Knockout. But so this whole thing, like all I'm saying is everybody has their own framework and their own perspective through which they're viewing this lens, right? And a lot of it has to do with Bill, but most of it has to do with they think Tank's gonna win.
Oh, but this is my thing. You missing my point, Smoke. I'm not disagreeing with you not being. What I'm saying is the same smoke I got for Bill, and now I have it for. Hold on. I have it for Coach Calvin Ford, and for Javante Tank Davis. It's addressed in two totally different manners. It's not addressed in the same manner.
It's that every nuance, every little thing that they can talk about Devin in negative light, they put that on blast. They put it on billboards. They make videos as part of their whole thing.
Why they don't do it for Tank though?
Nobody says anything about it. But right, but Coach Calvin literally said, if you don't mention Tank's name for the entirety of 2024. Then I'll maybe we'll fight. Maybe we'll fight. Maybe we'll fight. They don't say anything about that. And I'm not like trying to bring it like because really what this whole thing is, like I said, this is a replay of Bud versus Spence. They want to have some civil war to point fucking fingers to get a fight because people want to be remote controlling grown men. And these dudes are playing you for fucking fools because they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and you just feel some kind of way about what other grown ass men do with their careers and them making millions. It's fucking retarded, but whatever. Like I'm here for it. Like I'm here for the people that I talk to actually, so we can chop it up and not be goddamn victims of this whole thing. We're gonna get back to that DJ Spook stuff. Talk about that spooky thing. Because listen.
I need you to break this down in parade detail, and I'm gonna tell you, this whole spook thing, I wasn't real familiar with it. Break that down in parade detail if you don't mind.
So during the era of blaxploitation, I'm not going to Hollywood and like Sweetback Badass Song and Melvin Van Peebles. I'm not going that far back with it. I'm just gonna tell you there was a whole bunch of movies that came out. One of them is a movie called The Spook That Sat by the Black Door. The Spook That Sat by the Door. Right? And it's literally about a dude, a brother from the streets trying to figure out how to burn the system down, and he joins the CIA. Another term for the CIA spies are spooks. Right? So they call black people spooks as a derogatory term and an industry jargon for CIA operative and spook. So it's a double play. It's a double entendre on the whole thing. But anyway, so he joins the CIA to figure out how they work and how they operate it. He brings it back to the people, and they start a revolution. Right? That's what the movies are based on. But what Knockout was just what he was just talking about was the derogatory, the epitaph, right? The racial slur of being called a spook. Right? But what he was saying, it was way more than that. Like what Bill was actually getting at was way more nuanced. It was way more about the way that how we can interact with the system and be our own bosses. It's what Floyd did. It's what Devin did. Like it's a totally different. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I hear you guys listen to Bill, hear Bill talk, and then your conclusions about what he's saying is totally different from mine. And I, you know, I'm just here to try to bridge the gap. I try to play interpreter because also Bill is my age. Devin's my kid's age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, look, I may be damn near your kids' age, so respectfully. I say that respectfully. So, hey, much love, Smoke. Much love. Hey, Woke, man, you did a hell of a job tonight, man. You always do a hell of a job, and I appreciate you for allowing me to rock. Like I told you, man, I just got a new phone, so I just hit you up. Keep sending me the information, man. Like I told you, you my social media source, because I don't be on all that shit.
I gotta tell y'all who my plug is.
Who your plug?
You know, in the chat, my boy Dank. And what
Dank? Oh, not Dank, father.
Dank be having your boy. Whoa, man. Whatever the scoop is, my boy Dank be right there. Whoa, and you seen that? Well, I ain't seen that. Man, shout out to my boy Dank Father. Salute to Big Money. Shout out to my Rachel Donaire, the queen. Salute to my boy Art Man. Hey, y'all go buy some Art Man merchandise, man. Art Man is that dude. Great hoodies, great shirts. Great brother be cooking it up on Twitter, man. Great YouTube channel. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to Smoke. Subscribe to Dub. Rachel, if y'all got a channel, subscribe to Rachel and Nonito Donaire.
Beyond the Ring with Rachel and Nonito.
Beyond the Ring be going crazy, bro. They be going crazy over there.
And then I hope they're back. I hope they're back around. I miss them in these streets. Love seeing Rachel on panel. She's always breaking it down and making everybody smarter.
Hey, Smoke, let me ask you real quick. I got to ask you, Smoke, are you and Mad Chad kind of doing a co thing, or what's going on with that? Because
I'm going to, man, this goes back to the lockdown, right? So I met Mad Chad on another guy, D. Jefferson.
Only reason I add, because sometimes I be trying to jump on your shit, then I be looking and nobody.
Right. Yeah. So YouTube, so StreamYard and YouTube have a function where you can do a simulcast. Right, like depending on, you know, like now this one I can't do it, but for some reason when it comes to that's what it is. I at one point I was an admin on his channel, so on there I have the option of doing a simulcast where I could be on where if he's going live I can hit it up because I went to the Devin Haney fight and I planned on going live while I was there, but. The signal was fucking terrible. Like the Chase Center figured that shit. You know, they saw a player coming.
You went live for a second. Though. It wasn't long. I said, no. You went live for a second. It wasn't long, but
I did simulcast because I was gonna go onto Mad Chad's thing, but I had to wait until after the fight. But my plan was to be there for the undercards and like tell you what the hell was going on and give you my just big boots on the ground and give you some reports back on what was happening.
You the live reporter now, huh?
Right, that's what I was saying. That's how I came into the whole. That was my thing.
You've been a live reporter for a minute. You was the first person I seen go to the BLK Prime headquarters. You've been a live reporter.
Yes, I'm retired, but I do like to put my sometimes all the time my training comes into play in my real life, and sometimes it comes into my hobbies. And so, like I'm a member of the community. I try to do my part for the community, kind of thing. So it is that. I was trying to, but the Chase Center they wasn't having it. They know exactly how to butter that bread. And it wasn't through letting people in there have good connections on their phones. They understand we are in a streaming world and they're not having that shit. But anyway, the Mad Chad and I that we go back. He does a 24-hour stream. It used to be a charity thing, so he's picked that thing up because of like I was saying, D Jeff, wherever he is, shout out to you. I think he won the lotto and he's on a boat somewhere. He's on a yacht living his best life. But anyway, point being, the whole 24-hour vibe came from there, and I met him there like 4 years ago now. So he's just, he started doing content before I started doing content, but I've always, I got that guy's back. It's a wild, it's crazy over there at his spot. But I'm going to support him in his endeavors. That's the homie when it comes right down to it. That's what's up. It's just, I was simulcasting. It was it was actually his live, and it would seem like it was my live, but it was his StreamYard. So if you want to hit the link,
I got you.
They go to
Hey, man.
hit the link. Yeah.
Smoke, bro. I appreciate them little tips, man. We definitely gotta. If we get some old people, man. Like I said, if Smoke, if you live, bro, I'm gonna drop my number in the private chat.
Yes.
For sure, text
call
me,
you right
man.
I call you right now. Yeah, man.
Hey, like
You know,
I said, man.
you like Deb already had my number. We're supposed to do an interview part 2. You went silent for a minute. Everyone,
Bruh,
like, I started wondering where you were.
I've been working.
Okay,
I've been working like crazy.
And we got have a good habit of taking care of the kids, man. You got to
For
put a
sure.
roof over your head, and then also tomorrow keeps happening. So old Dub is going to be very happy with young Dub doing the damn right thing.
Smoke or Dub, either one of y'all going live tomorrow?
I do Fridays. That's it.
And
Everybody else do their thing. I don't get every Friday.
Honestly,
That's
bro,
me.
I'm trying to find another day to maybe I start doing Tuesdays at normal time, like 7 or 9 or 8 or 9 or something like that. Cause man, I started doing jujitsu, right? Man, I bent my thumb back, so I'm out for 2 weeks. And that man hurt, so I'm gonna be chilling.
Shit, you thought it hurt, that really hurt right there, motherfucker, bro. Like,
Bro, it's crazy, man. I've been doing Muay Thai and did boxing a lot. I tried some grappling shit. I said, "Wow, I'm still got a little youth in me. I might as well push my body to the limit, see what my body can do." So, you know, hey man, I'm gonna try. I might start going live on Tuesday and maybe do some after show. But Dub, as you get your shit going, we're gonna be on your channel too. So this, whenever you live, let me know. We're gonna be where you at.
So I already know. Tomorrow probably not. Wednesday, my son got a half a day, so I'll be working from home that day, and then I'll be working from home after that. And when I'm working from home, that's what really give me the opportunity to go live. So I'll probably be trying to kick it Thursday, Friday. You know what I'm saying? And we'll make it happen though. Woke, I'll definitely hit you up. Keep sending me the motherfucking information.
That's me. That's me. That right there.
Okay,
That's my number.
The Smoke. I thought, like, who the hell is this calling me this time?
Hey, and Smoke. I'm gonna tell you. Well, you know, hey, if you want to argue with a motherfucker, I'm gonna be honest. Me and Smoke, we done had nights. We done argued from 1 to 4 in the morning, just arguing with each other. But talking boxing, and we don't always agree. But Smoke is a fantastic mind. That's a brother you want in your corner. So.
Nah, that boy Smoke, man. Smoke don't run from nothing. Even Smoke don't know what he's talking about. And the thing is, too, a lot of these talking points, y'all, what I've learned, and to your point earlier, Dub, when they do these hypotheticals, they always assume them in the spin of Tank is being good, but it's always two perspectives on it. And if you really look at the opposite perspective, what they're accusing us of doing, they also
that's what they're doing. They're doing the exact same thing. But they don't want to speak on that. Matter of fact, when you bring it up, what they're gonna tell you, they're gonna take it back to something that they think goes against your point. You feel me? Instead of just answering the question. But it is what it is. We done seen this a lot of times.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, y'all, we're gonna chop it up some more, man. Any last words y'all got, or was that everything, y'all?
I was for me, man. This is coming from a place that wants to fight right now, and to me, this idea about that kind of feeling smacks of entitlement from fans.
Yeah,
like, they don't. Fans are part of what makes the sport go. Part of it, they're a great part. You can't have the sport without fans, but you also can't have the sport without the fighters, without the promoters, without the venues, without the suits. You get like all of these entities make the fucking sport happen. And sometimes fans feel like their wishes aren't represented to the point where they have unrealistic expectations because nobody wants somebody else because they like you to come start dictating the terms of your fucking career. Or even what you do in your day-to-day. Nobody wants to do, nobody will submit themselves to that thing. And for some reason, fans think that boxers are somehow not human in this regard. Like they're not self-interested beings themselves. They're gonna do what's best for them and their family, to take care of what's them and their family, and it's not just a means of entertainment. It's not a pastime for them. This is their health on the line. This is everything. This is all they have for to show that they existed in the world is fucking boxing. It's not a hobby. And so I feel like there's a whatever, but so part of it is what it takes to build interest in a fight. And it's that kind of thing. You have to be passionate. You have to be even unreasonably passionate, I guess, to a point. But at a certain point, when do you cut the sense of entitlement as human beings? Right? Especially if you're going to go around calling people liars and telling them full of shit. If you're going to be like looking at other people's character in this way, when are you going to turn that perception inwards? Talk about respect yourself enough to respect somebody else. Somebody else's path. That's that's what I'm seeing from this thing, and that's why I'm not getting caught. But again, if two dudes never fight, I understand Devin's too big or Tank is too little. That's it. That's what's up. Like if they do fight, cool, but that's already built in. That's because that's what they put out there, and neither side seems to be backing away from this narrative. They seem to be cultivating this whole thing from Tank and the amateurs. They said he wasn't good in the amateurs because he was too damn little, but there's only 3 or 4 rounds in the amateurs. So now he's got 12 rounds to work out and set that trap and knock you the fuck out. He couldn't do that in the amateur. So now that we're going to see. We'll see what's up with it. But I hope both of these dudes keep getting it. I love that Tank has figured out a niche. It's just that the lights have come on now. And now everyone understands he got fat off Latin food. And I hope Dev keeps and I hope Dev keeps doing his damn thing. I hope it keeps coming back to the Bay, and because I'm buying those tickets, it's gonna show up and show out. And now that I know, I'm gonna figure it out so I can get some content for the people out there. But these guys, like Dev versus Subriel Matias, Tank versus Subriel Matias. I love that fight. I love that fight more than I love them fight each other, to be honest.
I understand. Well, Smoke, bruh, it's always love, great brother. I appreciate you for hopping on the panel tonight, bro. Your insight is always much appreciated, man. For sure, bro. When you on, let me know. Definitely want to show the love back, bro. So definitely, my nigga. Man, you lucky they up in the Bay, bro. I'm sure that fight was popping, bro.
Oh my God, dude! I was like, oh, okay, this is it, because I'm old, like we go back here. I'm not one of these new guys, but they gentrified the shit. That fucking .coms came through the nerd, and so a lot of those black people fucking left. They moved to the outskirts. I don't know what the hell. I just woke up one day and I saw people jogging and walking dogs and shit. And I'm like, okay, what happened to Oakland? But anyway. They showed up for the Devin Haney fight. They were passing blunts in there. They were talking about knockouts. They were booing at the shit. I came with my vape, sophisticated. I was like, I was going to be on the discreet, but nah, man, they were passing blunts and talking shit. It was Oakland.
Oh, man, that's what's up.
It was a great time, yeah.
Beautiful Smoke, man. Thank you for texting me, bro. We gonna show be in contact, great brother. Like I said, bro, have a blessed night. Have a blessed day tomorrow, man. When you on, let me know. Thank you.
I will. I'll hit you up.
Hey, shout out to my brother, man. That's my brother, Smoke. That ain't my brother. That's my big homie. That's the big homie.
Yeah, man.
The big homie.
You already know. Fucking tall ass dude. Take care.
Don't start this shit tonight, Smoke. Don't start this shit, man. But no, that's my homie, man. Like, bro, if anybody know boxing, I ain't gonna hold you. Smoke no boxing, and I can vouch. I vouch for that, brother, any day of the week. That's a fact.
For sure, Smoke. Have a blessed one, great brother.
All you man. My brothers, it's community. And I didn't even know it yet. I hope I catch you live, and whenever I'm free, I'll definitely jump on.
Definitely appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, Smoke, bro. Have a blessed one, bro. Until next time. My boy Dub.
Whoa.
Any last couple things to say, man?
Man, I ain't got nothing big for you, man. I'm gonna tell you, bro. You want these niggas helmets. And they're gonna come at you. They're gonna come at you because you on their helmet. Man, stay on these motherfuckers' helmets, man. You got my support. you know how I'm gonna ride with you, and when we come through, we're gonna ask the right questions. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ask the right questions, and we're gonna represent ourselves in the most respectful manner. That's what we're gonna do around here.
See, Dub, they don't like it because see, when we hop on, we pretty much we pull their card, we ask the questions. See, a lot of people I've learned, a lot of people don't really be reading between the lines. A lot of the arguments, they got a bunch of holes in them, but people don't be calling them out.
They don't even see the lines, bro. They don't even. You talking about reading between the lines? They don't even understand that lines are there. They don't even understand that point. So, I mean, we gonna talk to them at the level that they at. It is what it is.
Yeah. But see, once we start breaking it down and the conversations get more reasonable, we can actually have conversations and start getting places and start really seeing what's behind the substance of their arguments. And a lot of times, they just don't want old dude to do nothing. That's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? So, Dub, I appreciate you for being a great brother, being honorable, asking the right questions, always holding yourself in the best of light and esteem. Great brother. I really, really appreciate you, Dub Right Side, man. I appreciate you for showing love. You've been up here every time I've been live, and I for sure will be doing the same to you when you hop on, great brother. So, I appreciate you.
Real quick before you let me go, I gotta tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
I look at you as like you would call me. You a great brother. You know what I'm saying? You a great brother. And man, regardless, you stand on yours. Yeah. I got respect for individuals who stand on theirs. The same way I got respect for KO, I got respect for you. You know what I'm saying? KO, I know that KO is my brother. I got KO number. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna talk to him. He gonna stand on his.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it one bit.
Right.
He know I'm gonna stand on mine. Right. I know you gonna stand on yours, and I got that same amount of respect for you, man. It's interesting to listen to individuals have these conversations, and then see who able to have the conversation and still. I get on there. What I'm gonna take your point of order, man. Y'all out of order. Y'all talking crazy. Y'all out of order right now. Too many folks talking.
That's why I don't be doing that.
The individuals,
man.
But what is really about is if you can be in order, of course, and speak on yours, it shows the confidence you got in what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and this is what it really boils down to. And a lot of the individuals, they don't want to hear other perspectives. What they want to tell you is that I was right about. Okay, okay, yes, you were right. What does that have to do with the fight? How does that make the fight? Does that make the fight even? What are we talking about?
Yeah,
and one of the things I love about you, brother, is that you look at it from an outside perspective, and you just say, "Hey, this is how I see it, and this is how the fight gonna happen. This is how the fight got to get made. These are the criticism I have of it. Hey, I ain't got no problem with none of it. I ain't got no problem. Same way I ain't got no problem with KO. I ain't got no problem with you. That's where the respect come right there.
And above all things, for me, how I look at it, I never let none of the talk become greater than the main thing. And the main thing is the fights, bro. The main thing, and when I judge a boxer, is who you fighting. I don't care, bro. You could cap every day of the week, but if you're giving me the good fights, what that tells me is you care about legacy. You're confident in your own skill set, and you also care about the fans. No talk can ever mess that up, because to me as a consumer, all I can really care about is what I'm getting. All that talk and all that, the narratives, it's fun because it's, we don't watch boxing 24/7. Fights be happening once or 2 or 3 times a week. But what I can care about is who you're fighting, and who you're fighting shows me a lot about you. So I never let the small talk overcome that. So Dub, I appreciate you again, bro, for hopping up and
last
much
point,
love to everybody.
last point for you. In the long game, right?
Mhm.
I hope, and you know, I want to see. I pray that this fight happens. I
Yeah,
pray
I
that
do.
this fight happens. In the long game, Devin gonna win the long game easily. He's gonna win the long game easily.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, yes, you are correct. Whoever you are, I ain't calling no names.
Mhm.
You are correct that Tank is the A side right now. You are
Mhm.
correct. Devin will win the long game, and Devin will be looked at as a better fighter than Tank ever was. That's a
Yep.
fact.
That's
And
a
watch, and when it happens, then and it may not happen in time for me to be able to jump on the panel with some of these guys, but it may not happen exactly in that time frame. Devin,
Right.
25 years old. But when it happens, we're gonna see it and we're gonna understand. Yeah. Regardless of what this fight does, regardless if it's made or not, we're gonna look at Devin and say, Devin is ATG, all-time
Right.
great.
There you go.
Is Tank Davis gonna put himself on that level? That's the question.
Yep.
That's the question.
There you go, Dub. That's all it is.
But my bad, my brother. I get long with it.
Nah,
Hey,
you good,
appreciate
man. I
you.
appreciate
And
it, bro.
hey, keep rocking with me, man. Keep sending me that good information, my brother.
For sure. Dub, I appreciate you, great brother, man. Peace and blessings to you. Thank everybody hopping up on the panel tonight. Bella, I appreciate you. Bella, so much for your insight. Rachel, thank you so much for your great insight. Dub, thank you, great brother, for your insight. Dank, appreciate you and always supporting me, great brother. Salute to Bullet Gibson, my brother, always dropping the gems. Smoke, appreciate you, bro. And salute to my brother. What's the last great brother in there? The one that was a Tank fan, he had to go. I appreciate you too, bro. I forgot your handle, but I appreciate you. Big Money, Dank, Sleepless, Art Man, everybody, y'all. Thank you so much for the love and support. But your boy's about to get up out of here. Most High bless y'all. Most High bless y'all. Shalom, salute. Thank y'all so much. Shalom.